Number 1. The freeze response. Imagine walking through a dark alley and suddenly hearing footsteps behind you. Your heart's pounding, your palms are sweaty, your brain's basically screaming, "Run, you idiot!" But instead, your body pulls a big ol' Uno reverse card and just freezes. Congratulations! You've unlocked one of evolution's most underwhelming defense mechanisms: paralysis. The freeze response was super useful back when we were tasty jungle snacks. Staying still helped us blend in with the leaves, the mud, or whatever weird bush we were trying to pass off as. If you looked like a log, maybe that saber-toothed cat would go chew on someone more fidgety. But in the modern world, freezing in place during a mugging, a house fire, or a car speeding your way is, scientifically speaking, a terrible plan. It's like your brain panics, calls an emergency meeting with your nervous system, and everyone just decides to nap. Psychologically, it's tied to the dorsal vagal complex, which is a fancy way of saying your brainstem hits the brakes on everything when it senses you're overwhelmed. It's not cowardice, it's biology. Just unfortunately time biology that hasn't had a software update since the Ice Age. So yeah, next time you're frozen in terror, just remember your body still thinks it's auditioning for a role as Dead Tree Number 2 in Jurassic Park. Number 2. Why your own voice freaks you out. Ever heard a recording of yourself and thought, "Wait, do I actually sound like that?" Yeah, that weird moment when your own voice makes you question your entire existence. Totally normal and totally bizarre. Here's what's really going on. When you speak, you hear yourself in two ways. First, through air conduction, like everyone else hears you. Second, through bone conduction, vibrations echoing up through your skull. That combo gives you a deeper, smoother version of your voice inside your own head. But recordings strip away the bone part. You're left with the tinny, high-pitched nasal voice of a stranger who somehow hijacked your vocal cords. Psychologists even have a term for this disconnection: voice confrontation. And yep, it's actually linked to self-identity disturbance. Your voice is you, but now it feels foreign, wrong, alien. Some studies show people rate recordings of their own voice as less attractive, less trustworthy, and even less intelligent than strangers' voices. Your brain is brutal, man. So the next time you cringe at a voicemail or podcast, remember, it's not that your voice is awful. It's just your brain throwing a tantrum over the truth. Number 3. Why you can't tickle yourself and what that says about you. Let's say you're bored and try to tickle your own foot. Nothing. But when someone else does it, full-on seizure laughter. Why? Because your brain predicts your own moves. The cerebellum, the part of your brain responsible for motor control, basically spoils the joke before it happens. It sends a "hey, we're doing this" memo to your sensory system, and your brain cancels the tickle before it even lands. But here's the creepy part. Studies have found that people with certain neurological disorders, like schizophrenia, can tickle themselves. Why? Because their brain's ability to predict their own actions is impaired. It can't tell what's me and what's not me. In other words, your inability to tickle yourself isn't just weird. It's a sign your brain knows who you are. The moment it doesn't, that's when reality starts to slip. Number 4. Disturbing things that happen to your body in space. Space looks beautiful from a distance. Stars, galaxies, endless silence. But get too close, and your body starts falling apart in ways that are straight-up horror movie material. Let's start with the basics. Microgravity wrecks you. Your bones start dissolving like sugar in coffee. You lose up to 1% of your bone mass per month, especially in your hips and spine. Why? Because your skeleton's used to fighting gravity. Take gravity away, and your body's like, "Cool, don't need this anymore." And your muscles? Same deal. They shrink, fast. Even with daily workouts, astronauts lose serious strength. Your heart gets lazy too. It doesn't have to pump as hard, so it weakens. Blood starts pooling in your upper body, puffing up your face like a balloon and giving you a permanent nasal congestion. Astronauts literally call it space face. Now here's the real nightmare fuel. Your eyeballs flatten. The fluid pressure in your head rises, mushing the back of your eyes and screwing with your vision, sometimes permanently. NASA even has a name for this: SANS, Spaceflight-Associated Neuroocular Syndrome. And don't even think about spacewalks without protection. In the vacuum of space, your saliva would boil, your body fluids would vaporize, and you'd lose consciousness in under 15 seconds. You wouldn't explode, but you would swell up like a balloon animal on fire. So yeah, space is cool. Until your skeleton melts, your heart forgets how to beat, and your eyeballs flatten into pancakes. Number 5. Popular survival tips that'll literally get you killed. You've seen them all over TikTok and YouTube. Flashy wilderness hacks, dramatic voiceovers, dudes rubbing sticks together while ominous music plays. But here's the truth. A lot of that viral advice would straight up murder you in a real emergency. Let's start with the big one. Find water before food. Sounds logical, right? Hydration is life. But if you don't know how to purify what you find, you'll just chug down a parasite cocktail and spend the next 48 hours violently losing fluids from both ends. Giardia doesn't care about your survival story. It cares about turning your insides into soup. Next, suck the venom out of a snake bite. No, please don't. First of all, venom spreads faster than you can spit. Second, cutting into the bite just adds more damage. Third, sucking it out just puts venom into your mouth tissues. Congratulations, you've now poisoned 2 body parts. Here's another killer. Play dead if a bear attacks. That depends. Is it a grizzly or a black bear? Grizzly? Okay, play dead. Black bear, fight for your life. Wrong choice? You become forest seasoning, and don't even start with the drink your own pee thing. Your urine is filled with salt and waste, and unless you're Bear Grylls on a Netflix contract, it's going to dehydrate you faster, not help. Bottom line, real survival isn't glamorous. It's dirty, boring, and depends on doing less, not more. Calm mind, macho myths. Number 6. Creepy psychological tricks used in everyday life without you noticing. You think you make your own choices? That you're immune to manipulation because you're self-aware? Cute. Let's break that illusion right now. Ever walked into a store and instantly felt calmer, safer, maybe even a little nostalgic? That wasn't an accident. That was scent marketing. Companies literally design custom smells, like warm vanilla or fresh linen, to trigger your childhood memories and keep you wandering through aisles longer. Your wallet isn't empty because you're weak. It's empty because your nose got hacked. Then there's the decoy effect. Say a subscription costs $6 a month or $60 a year. Most people do the monthly. But now a third option appears, $60 a year with no bonus. Suddenly, the real yearly plan comes with an extra feature and looks like a great deal because your brain compares it to the useless one, not the monthly. You just got psychologically sandwiched. And let's not forget mirroring, the subconscious mimicry trick. Someone subtly copies your gestures, tone, or posture. It makes you feel heard, liked, safe. Politicians do this. Salespeople do this. Even cult leaders do this. It's called neuro-linguistic programming in some circles, but honestly, it's just monkey see, monkey trust. Also, music tempo in restaurants. Fast music equals eat faster. Slow jazz equals sit longer, spend more. Blue light in convenience stores makes produce look fresher. End caps in supermarkets designed to feel exclusive, even if it's just gum in a new box. None of it's accidental. All of it's engineered, and your brain falls for it every single day.